Hello, hello, Mimimakers. I almost missed my going live notification, so I hope you didn't wait for me too long. I'm gonna give everybody a moment though to come onto the stream to look at some beautiful fabrics with me today. There's some great things coming tomorrow. I don't know if you already took a peek, but I'm super excited for it. I'm sure you will too. Allison, I bet Allison has peeked. Allison, did you peek? Did you peek? I feel like it's an Allison day tomorrow. And if you haven't peeked yet, Allison, I'm going to tell you these are things that you're going to love. Tanya's here. Hi, Tanya. I think Tanya's going to like these too. Ah, I guess Allison says, "Oh God, new Rebecca." I guess, yeah, she always peeks, and that's why she's here. So there you go. Hisai's here. Hi, Hisai. Good to know that Hisai is watching. In case I forgot something, I can ask my lovely assistant to bring it over here if I didn't bring it. So lots of exciting things, as you know, are happening in the Mimi shop. So I'm gonna start with some fabrics. It's all knits today. So I hope. Oh, Tanya said she also peeked. We have a lot of peekers today. Anybody being surprised today, or everybody peeked and now you're. Hey, Jane. Jane's here as well. Jane, did you peek? Did Jane peek or not peek? Are you being surprised right now, or did you peek? Let's see what Jane says. Erica didn't peek. She's getting surprised. And Jane is not responding. She maybe doesn't want to tell me. Oh, no, Jane did not peek. Well, you're in for a treat then. So let's get started. Allison refreshes the website 4 times a day, she says. I do appreciate the enthusiasm there. There's lots of, so you know, there's a ton of good things coming. All right, so first off, I do want to start with this. This is a Modal cotton blend, and you know how much I love my Modal cotton blend fabrics. They don't come in often enough. I like that you have like the extra softness and drape from the Modal, but you still have the structure of the cotton, so it's not too drapey, which makes it ideal for something like I'm wearing today, like my cocoon cardigan. Is really nice for that. So this is a fall theme print. This is a swathing, and you also know that I love my swathings because they're extra wide. They're so wide. This one's, I think, 155, almost a meter 60 wide. And I love the colors in this. So the background is like a muted teal, I want to say. Tanya feels guilty for peeking, but you do not have to feel guilty at all. Not at all. You can peek. You don't have to peek. You can just watch the video. You can do both. It's all great. All is fair game here. I was just teasing you, Tanya. I hope you're not mad at me. You're not mad at me, right? Anyway, so this is it's like a muted teal background, which I think is really great for this season. You know, the golden season of the year. And then I love the colors that they chose to bring out this fall vibe. So we have these I want to say maple leaves, but it might be, is it maybe a Japanese maple, or is it maybe not a maple at all? It does have the, I don't know, it looks like a type of maple leaf. And then we have these beautiful florals. And as you know, my camera sometimes doesn't show the colors all too well. We know that that's always an issue. So I'll explain them to you. And I hope that you can just trust me that they're awesome, regardless of whether you can see them properly on screen. When you have them in hand, you're going to love them, I promise. So the maple leaves, there's 2 colors of them. So this one's a little bit more orangey, like a burnt, like a caramel color with some hints of a darker yellow here. And then this one is almost more of a terracotta red with an apricot accent at the center of the leaf. And then these little flowers, also 2 colors. So this one's a really nice pinkish mauve with some darker mauve purple accents in the flower. And then these little guys they are an apricot color. So there's a lot of options to also combine pieces that you might already have. If you're doing layering or if you're doing color blocking, there's a lot of options for colors to combine with this print. We also did get this one in another colorway, which I feel like is a Hisai color. This is a total Hisai color, even though I would probably wear this one as well. Usually I don't go for the purples because they do wash me out, but this one has a lot of red undertones, like the pink undertones, so they do work for my lighter complexion as well. I think they do work for a lot of people just because it is a good blend of tones. So as I said, it's more of a warmer purple, so it's an aubergine, so more of a reddish purple rather than the blue. And then the maple leaves are, this one is almost like a pinkish red. And then this one is the apricot orange kind of color, but not as orange as the other ones. And then these flowers are like a lilac, lavender, and a mauve, and the peach flowers. And I'm holding this upside down. This is actually a directional print. And this would be really, really nice, as I said, in a cardigan or at the Danail zip hoodie or in the, oh, what is that sweater called? The Natalie. The Natalie hoodie dress would be really, really nice in this because of the scale of this print. Look how nice this would be. So if you are looking for a recommendation, those are my recommendations for this one. Then I think this is the first penguins of the year that we have. I haven't seen a lot of penguins this year. I do love the little penguins. Good morning, Marion. And Manon is also here. Well, I'm glad you caught us here. So the first and maybe the only penguins we're getting this year. I hope there's some more, but there just have not been too many penguins happening. So this is a brushed sweat. So it's nice and soft and fluffy and has a decent amount of stretch. And this is like a grayish blue background. And then you have like a little snowflakes, which I like. And then you have all of these cutie little penguins. So you have this penguin has a little crown. This one seems to be sliding on its side. These two are talking to each other. This one has a little birthday hat on. This one has a scarf. This one looks like I was gonna say a mommy and me, but it's actually not a baby that it's holding. It is actually, I thought it was like a little baby. It's a fish. It's all right. Well, clearly I need to work on my vision here. But so this one is holding a fish. This one's wearing a toque. So this is a very nice winter theme that you can always holiday up if you do enjoy the holiday colors. Red and white striped ribbing would look super nice with this to go through the whole winter season. Would be absolutely nice. But of course, you can also pull out the orange in the feet, maybe orange number 28. 28 would be a nice color. Right, then we do have some holiday inspired prints. We have these candy canes on a jersey. It's actually candy canes and Christmas cookies. I'm sorry that I keep shaking the camera here. I try not to shake the camera too much. So we have the candy canes here and the little Christmas cookies, and they are printed on a like icy dark blue background. And I think this will make some nice matchy Christmas PJs. And again, red and white striped ribbing in 2mm or 3mm would look absolutely gorgeous with this. But you can also do a solid red or a solid green with it. So that's number one of the holiday prints. Number two, also jersey, and my favorite of the day of the holiday prints is this one because I'm obsessed with the Nutcracker. We've had this last week. I'm not going to elaborate as much again as I did last week. So, but anyways, I love anything Nutcracker themed, and we have a Nutcracker on here. And then we have a snow globe, and we have some bells, we have some cinnamon sticks, and the candles. And I really, it's busy, and I really love it. And this with the red and white striped ribbing, I think it's going to make some amazing holiday outfits. It is red and white ribbing time of the year. Yes, Tanya, you got this right. You know, I say this every year, and every year it is the best accent. Like everybody, if you do not have any red and white striped ribbing on hand, you better get some now. You can't, you don't just use it for your cuffs. I use it as full-on fabric. I have a skinny guy at home, and he likes to wear his pajamas tight, but because he's getting older and his feet are getting really big, he doesn't, you know, his feet don't fit through things if I make them too tight. So I just make pants and sleeves completely out of ribbing, because it does give him that compression feeling for his sensory needs that he has, but he can still fit through because the ribbing does stretch and recover more than just jerseys. So those are my 5 cents on the ribbing. So that works with any ribbing, but of course for this season we want the red and white stripes. I have never, Tanya says she has never bought red and white striped ribbon. I'm totally calling you out so that it's on here forever. She's never bought it and she's never used it. So we all need to encourage her to jump on the red and white striped ribbing train. You're gonna love it. I promise, Tanya. Or you can make just red and white striped socks. You can just get some yarn. There will be some Christmas themed yarns. Not today, because they're still en route, because everything is stuck in Germany. I'm going to get to that in a moment, but there will be. So maybe that will entice you to go into the red and white stripe. All right, next up, we have another brushed sweat, brushed French terry. So this is nice and fluffy on the back. And this is a midnight blue and a design with these little polar bears, and the red and white striped ribbing would look really nice with that. I mean, look at it. It would be absolutely gorgeous. So we have these two guys looking at this massive present. Then this guy is decorating the tree. And here, I think they're looking at the next generation of our Christmas tree. It's a really cute one. I mean, I really like this one. Great for some sweaters, joggers. Is the yarn stuck in Germany? All the yarns are still stuck in Germany. There's like, you know, this time of year is like, usually it starts at the end of October when deliveries are getting a lot harder. This year it seems to start earlier, and it's biting me in the behind right now for not getting my yarns in time, even though I ordered them a long time ago. So I really apologize. I will keep you updated, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Oh, my mom's here. Hallo Mama, schön, dass du auch wieder da bist. She hasn't caught the video in a while because I don't know, because she's a busy lady. All right, next up is this one. This is the last one of the holiday prints that I have on hand in the knits, and this is printed on a vintage green, let's call it. And then we have Rudolph here skiing, and he's saying Xmas holiday, merry, merry. Then we have a snowman, and I think those are the two main elements. And I think this is really fun as well. It's gonna make a nice Christmas sweater. I feel like my kiddos would appreciate this one. All right. Now I hope everybody who wanted to see the new Rebecca's is now here. I do have a disclaimer that all of these Rebecca's do have a limited amount only, because I think the printer shorted us again. So we had originally ordered more. Some of these we might only have one bolt, and I apologize. That was not intentional. I would never order just one bolt of Rebecca. That is just not how I roll. We all know that we need more Rebecca in our lives, but we will have to accept it and come to terms with it, and then hopefully we can reorder it for next year. But for this year, this is what we have in these designs. Number one, dragonflies. And if Rebecca is listening to this, thank you, Rebecca, for finally making some beautiful dragonflies. I knew you had it in you. It was one, I feel like all of these prints, like I had talked about, Louisa and I had talked about for a long time to get her to make these, and they turned out absolutely beautiful. I do like that this is a print from far away. You can't even tell all of the details of the print, which is the genius of the Rebecca prints. So when you come closer up, you can see these detailed dragonflies. And like, if you look at the wings, you can see every little veiny detail. Can you see that? Like how meticulously detailed painted this is. And this is all watercolor. Like when she originally paints these, all painted in watercolor and then so meticulously put together into this print where you can't even see where the repeat is. She does such an amazing job, and that's why we love her so much. So these are the dragonflies on the aqua or teal or light teal. I can't remember what I called it, but it is that one. And then there is another version of this print in a lighter color. So it has more of a greenish, a light green hue in the background. And then you can really, really see, I feel like the other one, the dragonflies are hiding a little bit more. And on this one, they really stand out. So it really depends on which look you're going for. I think the dragonflies they are the same color on both of the backgrounds. So there is the like apricot one, there's like a cobalt blue, a yellow or like lime green, and then there's like another blue one. So they're all slightly different. I'm just going to show you this one here. Look how beautifully illustrated these are. So again, limited amount of these, absolutely beautiful. Okay, now we're going to get into the darker prints, and I feel like those are some signature colors of Rebecca, her purples and pinks and blues that are just so insanely detailed. Like in the colors, just amazing. This one's definitely coming home with me, so I'm calling dibs. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave some for you, I promise, but I do need this in my life because it's absolutely stunning. So these are peonies, and the coloring on this is just my absolute favorite colorway. So we have rich cobalt blues, we have some aquas, we have, and then it goes into like the purples and fuchsias, and just like this hint of yellow to create this illumination of her flowers is just absolutely stunning. So if you are in love with this, and I'm going to say this for people who missed out on some of the great things last week, if you are in love with this, please get it on Friday. And because I am disclaiming that there is only a limited amount of these. So this is the peonies, what is it called? Dream of Peonies. So if you dream of the peonies, get them so you don't regret not having these in your life. It's art. It's basically buying art. Is not just fabric. It is a piece of art. Next up, and I've been dreaming about these for a long time as well, and she's outdone herself again, are the fireflies. I mean, so this is Firefly Sky, and again, just think about it. This is a watercolor painting, and how she manages to create something that looks like it actually glows with watercolors is just absolutely stunning. So we have the moon in here, and then we have like these jars of the fireflies, and then this one is not fireflies. It's it's like a decoration thing with these little lights. And look at these little fireflies. Look at that. Look at them. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I also love that this is actually a ball mason jar that you used. So for the canners out there, you're going to extra appreciate this one. So this is, it's a nice large scale. And I think it would also make a nice accent piece. Let's say you want to make a lounge set or a PJ set out of it, which, almost feels, well, it's not a waste, but I don't want to call it a waste making a lounge set or a PJ set, but then not as many people are going to see the gorgeous art. But I think because it is a night theme, it would be really nice to have this, kind of centered on the chest. And then on the other side, we have the repeat of this. So this is absolutely beautiful. And then last but not least, and I do have to say that this one is the one that we only got this one bolt of, which is so sad. So I know that this will not be there by the end of the day tomorrow because it is absolutely ridiculously stunning. So this is a border print. So this glowing forest design runs along both selvage edges of the fabric, and it will make a stunning dress or top. Like, look how big, like I could even just make a top out of half of this fabric just to have this seam at the front. And it almost, you know, it's almost, you could interpret it as a Northern Lights or whatever this illumination is. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm not going to show it anymore because we have so little of it, and I'm already sorry because I know some people will be very sad about this. All of these will be available tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Mimi shop. You may have also seen that October is starting, so that would be in just a few days. For all of you lovely people who are in the area and would like to learn how to knit socks, so you already can knit, but you've never knitted socks, I encourage you to join our sock knitting clinics in October. There will be 4 of them, so they start next week, Wednesday, every Wednesday of October from 9 to noon. I mean, the description does say that one of them is for the cuff, one of them is for the heel, one of them is for the toe, and one for Q&A. But you can join any of them to work on any part of your sock. So if you're confident that you can do your cuff, but you're only stuck on the heel and you want to come next week, I will absolutely help you with the heel. So the clinic really is there for you to learn any part of the heel, and I will help you complete a full sock. Sign up for any of them. The only prerequisite really is that you do know how to cast on, and you know a purl stitch and a knit stitch. Those are the 3 things that you need to be able to do in order to join us. They're all listed online in the section store and classes. You'll find them there, and you can sign up for one, you can sign up for all. You can also just join us to hang out and knit for that amount of time and maybe get some tips and tricks on it. I really hope to see a lot of you there. I also want to mention that we have scheduled all of the remaining Saturday open houses for the rest of the year, which I will be putting online soon as well. We have been giving these out, these beautiful pictures of Hisai and I that you can put on your fridge so you don't forget to come, but I'll read them out. So there's October 28th, November 11th, December 2nd, and December 16th are the 4 Saturday open houses from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for this year. And I want to showcase 2 yarns today that are coming in October. Again, stuck in Germany, all packed. They just need to find their way here. So this one is a neck warmer that we made, and look how cozy that is. It is, so this is a 100% merino wool yarn, and because I haven't sewn this in yet, I can show you how nice and chunky this is. So I think this was knitted with a size 12 millimeter needle, and this was 2 skeins of this beautiful yarn. And I'm really excited to make this. Look at this nice pullover with the confetti yarn. So we are working hard at listing all the yarns and also listing these patterns as soon as we have them all listed. So hopefully in the next week or 2, and when we have a confirmed date as to when the yarns are here, we will open these up for pre-orders for you at a special attractive pre-order price. So you can order the so you say you want to make this pattern, and then there's usually 3 or 4 sizes, and you click on the size and the color of yarn that you want, and then we will reserve you the package of this yarn and a printed copy of the pattern. And as soon as they're here in a few short weeks, then they will go out to you. So this is one. This will also be a pattern that's available. This is the cowl, and this guy, and then another one that we're working on right now. And if you refresh your shop 4 times a day, you'll see them come up, is the natural alpaca pillow, which is an alpaca yarn. It has 48% baby alpaca, 44% cotton, and 8% merino wool. And the natural alpaca pillows that we're getting, you can see they have a two-tone coloring to them. You can already see all of the yarn colors online. They're already listed. We're just working on listing a couple of patterns for you so you can see how this knits up. There is one that we just listed. It is the dress design 21 from Nordic Knits 2. I'm just going to take this out. So like, look at this dress. Isn't it beautiful? So it's a long dress with a side slit here. And in this, so this is a different colorway. So there are different colorways of the natural alpaca pillow. So there might be a picture like this that has the solid. We're not getting the solids this time around. But the yarn itself is still the same. You're just choosing a different color to make this. So I think this would be a really nice and cozy dress. And this is a really light and fluffy wool. So this dress, I imagine, will not pull down all too much. So this is a gorgeous one. That is listing. And then I really like this one. This is a peplum. So in the pattern, what they did is they in the original, when they tested this one, they combined two yarns. So there's actually a white, so they're knitting it as a stripe pattern. So there's a white, and then the variegated one is the second row. So if you knitted this one completely out of this yarn, you would just get a tighter coloring. But I think this is so cute. I think I'm definitely going to try this one. You need to add a sorting option on your website to search yarns by thickness and maybe material, wool, merino, alpaca. It's like we have added it as a as an attribute. So if you were, and I haven't tested it yet. Thank you, Tanya, for that input. If you were to go to yarns, let's say wool yarns, but you have to do it on I think on a desktop. I think the sorting function does not work on a mobile screen, because on a mobile screen, it's a stripped back layers of how much you can see, because otherwise the screen gets too small. I will definitely try it on the desktop. I thought that on the desktop, on the side, you can filter by what you want to see. But we will definitely, on top of that, to also enable the mobile devices, we will probably create subcategories where you can shop by yarn, which is what we're doing right now. And then once they're all listed, we're going to do shop by weight or shop by fiber, those kinds of things. So thank you for the input, Tanya. We will keep on working on that. So anyways, those are my showcase patterns, and more to come. And hopefully I can present them to you. All right, Tanya said she tried on her MacBook, but she didn't find it. So I will definitely take a look. Maybe there's a button I didn't push, and I will get back to you, and I will fix it if I didn't push that button to enable that sorting option. So thank you so much for watching. I think I didn't forget anything. And if I did, I will just put it in the newsletter. If you're not signed up for the newsletter, it is in the description of this video. There's a link to sign up for our newsletter so that you get it on Fridays, with everything that I told you today, plus some extra things that might interest you. And yeah, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All of these pretties will be available for you. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye. Now, apparently I can't push the button right. So bye for now, for real.